Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited this morning to be talking about my sexy business, the team, and the club, and just all the awesome things that are happening. I'm here this morning with the famous Dr. Cassandra Bradford Wilson.
How you doing? How you doing?
Good. I wish you were like in the same room with me. It feels weird to have you so far away now.
I know. I miss you. Oh my God, I got a girl.
I miss you. I am excited that you were able to join us this morning, though. This is pretty exciting stuff for us because we kind of both been restructuring some things.
You're a pusher.
Well, you know, I hang out with a pusher named Dr. Cassandra. This I just wanted to interview you in particular this morning because one, I admire you greatly for all that you have overcome and come through and still just rocking this world and changing lives. I'm super proud of you and glad that like I get to hang with you, I get to go on tour with you, but I'm also glad that you're just my friend.
Oh, thank you. You know I love and miss you, girl.
I love and miss you. We are ready for you to come back and have another slumber party.
I know, huh? I need to come out there. I need to come see the Ducky Wuckies.
You'll probably hear him in a minute. But you know, Dr. Cassandra, I want to talk about our new club that we're launching, but I also want to talk about your network that you're launching also, because they go hand in hand and they both are, you know, our heart's desire is to help others and to collaborate. And you've come up with a new word for the dictionary, which is
Collabpreneurs.
Explain to everybody listening what that really is.
Collabpreneurs are entrepreneurs who work together. We do business with other small business owners who have the same qualities and the same integrity that maybe you possess. And so how do you build your brand around the world? You build them by building relational currency.
Well, we built some relational currency, I think, on this tour last year with you.
Yes.
We were on tour together. Dr. Cassandra is the founder and the pusher on the Run Women's Conference tour. And, you know, there's a lot of things that can go online and people can see, but there's some things behind the scenes that if we don't tell them, they won't know. Right. And there was a lot of what I call magic happened with relationships between all of us, you know, that we were able to develop some serious relational currency just to be a blessing. You know, a lot of people get it in their mind that you can't work together because everybody's in competition. But that we both know that is the opposite of the truth. It's not that we should be in competition.
Right.
Right. Do you want to say something about that?
Well, no, we as women, a lot of people think that women are catty and chatty and we don't get along and we compete. But you know what? I think the U.S. economy is built on small business, and most business relationships were because of a woman. We can build relationships far greater than men. I'm not demeaning our male counterparts in any way, but we have mastered building relationships. We can build relationships with children's, dog, cats. It doesn't matter. We know how to build relationships. And on the tour, we were able to really find out what is your niche? How can I help you with what you do? Has nothing to do with my business. Even if we did the exact same thing, the world is huge. And my area of specialty may not be your area of specialty, but how do we work together so everybody can get a piece of the pie or a piece of the cake? What I may say.
That's like cake.
We can get on the tour, and we built so many relationships while we were on the tour that they're all magical, and we support each other and we love each other and we check in with each other. And I know that we're all busy, but it may be just a couple of hearts being sent in a text message that we're able just to say, hey, I'm thinking about you. How can I help? Let me repost that for you. Let me text someone for you. And that's what collabpreneurs, that's what it's all about.
I love it. And, I think it's important for people to understand that we might do exactly the same thing in some areas, with someone else, but we're still not everybody's flavor. I say this all the time. Not everybody can stand this princess. I mean, I have plenty of people who don't like my silliness and don't like, the way I do things. And I'm okay with that. If I'm not your flavor, let me help you find your flavor, because it's too important to change this world, to sit and let something like you don't like someone's personality or you don't like someone's way they do things to stop you. Don't let that keep you back. Get in a group that you like the flavor.
It's a yummy flavor, girl.
I just want you to know I like your flavor.
Well, I think we all should be working together. I mean, sometimes when we're small, sometimes working together, it really helps us to grow. And if you remember anything about your college days or Girl Scout days or daisies or anything like that, you had to learn how to work together. And I think we forgot how that all operated. I mean, when we sold cookies as a Girl Scouts, we couldn't go by ourselves. We went with another Girl Scout or another troop leader. When we did college projects in school, we had to get on a team. I didn't like those very much, but I had to get on the team and I had to work with one another. We had to work with one another, and we've forgotten about that now. I just think that we forgot that we work better as a team, and it takes some of the pressure off when you got somebody helping you.
Oh yeah, and you're not alone. That's another thing that a lot of people don't think about. They look at us going all over the place and doing all kinds of things, but it can be very lonesome when you are going place to place doing things on a tour. It can be a place of, you're not with all your regular girlfriends and you're not with all your regular peeps. And so it is another, I think another very special thing to me is that, we made relationships on the road that helped us to not have the lack in our, we just need to brainstorm sometimes. As women, I think we need to talk. We are talkers, that is for sure. And, if we have that with each other, then we know we have good counsel, because we're not going out to someone who doesn't understand what we're doing in particular. We're going to someone who, is doing something similar. And I think that's one of the collabpreneur magic things too, is that you have the ability to talk to someone who gets what you're doing. They get the industry, or they get the thing they're trying to put out there. And sometimes most can't see our own selves the right way. We need someone else to help us to look at things. And you taught me something that I love, and that is to change my language a little bit. Partners and teams. And I love that, because, as collabpreneurs, even if we're doing the exact same thing with someone else, we can partner with them, because as we grow, we can't do everything. Mm-hmm. We can't do what, everybody needs us to do. So I think that's exciting about, we're launching our Sexy Business Club. That's what this little is about, this party the next 2 days. But I also don't want to neglect the fact that you're starting the network for Run Women's Tour that's just as awesome, because you're also meeting a need. And, even though our groups are similar, I suggest everybody gets in both of them because they are different. They're different enough that you don't want to miss out on either one. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a really important thing to be said, is that, we both stir up the waters and both have a lot of the same peeps and a lot of the same, followers, but there's still some things that you're going to do in your group that are different than what we're going to do in our club, and both are so important. You are such an empowerer. You empower a lot of people to do amazing things. I mean, I just look at the ones that you've influenced, and I'm so proud of you and what all you do, that I love being connected to you. And I love that we're going on tour again next year.
Yay! We're going to have fun. We're going to get our sexy
yes.
and collaborate.
That's right. Now give us some information again. I want to make sure that we get all these different things plugged, because it's really important that something came out of the tour this year was another collabpreneur opportunity, and that's actually going to happen in Cancun.
Well, we have so much going on for Run Women's Conference next year, but I want to focus on the collaboratorship that happened on the tour, and that was with some of our other speakers. I mean, we are all speakers. We speak about different things, of course, but what we did was we helped another entrepreneur, right? We helped one of our sisters, one of our speakers, help with her brand. We helped bring it to life. We gave her some ideas, some suggestions. And we didn't say, well, if we give you this, you're going to be our competitor. You're going to run off and make more money than us. It had nothing to do with that. It's that we're excited to see other people grow. I get excited when I hear other people tell me that their business is doing well. And even if mine is not doing well, it's not my season. So that means I'm getting ready, I'm in position to celebrate somebody else, because I know God is going to do it for me. So on the tour, we met so many people, whether they came to the conference, whether we met them in a restaurant, whether we ran off to another network meeting and met some beautiful women. We were able to create some relational currency. And you never know when we may go back to those states and see them again and go, oh my God, now you're doing what? And now we can say, hey, I have a friend, I have a collabpreneur, sexy business in Atlanta. I have a sexy business in, Nashville. So I just love the way that we are leaving a footprint all over this country. So I'm having a ball, and I'm glad to have you as my pusher to help me see some things, make some changes, and I don't know, am I going on a train ride next year? I don't know, but I love it. I love the adventure. I love all the people that we're getting ready to meet right now. We're praying for the people that we're going to be meeting on the tour, that we're going to have a great time, that we're going to be able to affect lives and make and help with change. And really, this is our purpose. God gave us gifts. And this is the gift that we have for others. So hopefully, we want our gift to make room for us. So.
Well, I have to tell on you because, that's what I do. But you are so amazing because, we have some background that's similar, that we've gone through some things. I just keep saying that, but we've gone through some things, and you actually support women in a way that that is just amazing to me. Our missions are similar, our backgrounds are similar, but you do something really special, and you've got a new challenge. I saw it somewhere, so that you are doing. you did last year, you did, well, this year on the tour, you did a purse challenge for those that were coming out of domestic violence situations. Mm-hmm. And you impacted, I mean, I don't even know how many lives did by what you did, because you love people, you love women, and you love people who are courageous and stepping up and doing, doing what they have to do to get out of that kind of a situation. And you giving them, instead of a Walmart sack or a plastic bag, you gave them actually purses from all over the whole country. I mean, you got purses sent from all over the place to give to women at shelter, right? It's the shelters?
Yes, transitional living homes.
Yes, transitional living homes. And what an amazing thing that you do. Like, you do business, but that give back is huge, because it's always what, and I love this about you. I'm just going to keep telling on you. I love the fact that, you have a powerful background. You are amazing. You have done a lot of things that most people would never even dream of being bold enough to do. So you've got some power behind you, but you never forget your mission. You never forget that you're in business so that you can empower other women, and you never forget that you're in business to help those that need help along the way. And for that, I want to out loud say thank you, because the tour was pretty amazing to do that. But I know you, like I know you enough to know that was just the beginning of something. And so now this year, tell everybody what the challenge is for the tour coming up, because when I read it, I just giggled. I thought, oh my goodness.
Well, this year, Kim, I believe that a lot of us, our blessing is tied to our giving. And sometimes we may not can give monetarily, but we can give something to help somebody else. And we have to pay it forward. And women that have survived domestic violence, they never get to tell their whole story. They're always told to be quiet, or it's going to be okay. But those women, they're thinking at warp speed, and they're worrying at warp speed. So telling them it's going to be okay is too singular at that moment. So 2018, we're doing you know me, we want 18,000 bars of soap. And you said, why 18,000? Because it's 2018. So we want 18,000 bars of soap, because, when you're leaving a domestic violence situation, whether it's verbal, mental, financial, whatever the abuse is, you're just trying to get out. You're trying to get to safety. You're not thinking about grab the Pond's facial cream. You're not thinking about grabbing your favorite bottle of shampoo. You just know you want to get to safety. And so we want people to give soap. It's not a lot. We're not asking for much. It's soap. And to some people, that means a lot. I mean, we want, so the purse challenge last year was the container. Now we want to fill the container. And so just like with women in business, we need to be filled. And, the collabpreneur piece is sometimes you have to create a new community of people to think the way you want to think. If you're around people that have never started a business, never been in business, knows nothing about business, how can they guide you? How can they feed your spirit? Or even the Bible said, lend an ear and listen. You don't want to listen to being stuck and being broke. You need to be listening to people that are talking about expansion, talking about enlarging their territory. If I don't know anything about marketing, I need to, social media, I need to get with my sexy business team and hang around Kim, the princess, and see what I can learn about that. So I would encourage people to get in your group and learn about social media. I mean, most women over 40 are afraid of social media, anything technology. So you have a great market of our reach of women that go, oh my gosh, she's talking about Facebook, she's talking about social media. I'm going to run the other way and hide. I'm going to go over to my crowd of women friends, and we're going to talk about how much we hate social media, but then nothing changes about your business. So I think that we need to reverse that, do a whole 180 and come back and really say, okay, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to start with me, and I'm so glad that you're starting these online conferences, Kim, because October is the fiscal new year. I know we think it's January, but it's not. So now you're saying, okay, fiscal new year is October 1st. What are you doing? You got what? You got 2 months, not even a whole 2 months to get it together for the fiscal new year. So your new group starting October 1st, people, get out there. Let's take the world by storm. That's what I want to do.
And you're doing it. That's what I love.
Oh, I got plans.
You you are incredible. You know, just to give a plug to the club for a second, that's exactly what the club is about. The club is to empower both men and women to reach the social media, platforms. Just on Facebook, there's over 2 billion people. And so for customers or clients, and yet you won't get on social media, I think that's crazy, because you can get on social media and one client a day. I mean, for a year, how much would that change your business? How much would that change your network marketing? How much would that change, whatever service you provide? And we think, well, we've got to have this huge influx of customers and this huge number, but we won't even do it out there where the numbers are. We won't get out there to find, a new place to market. Your friends don't want to buy your stuff every time you come with a new thing to buy. They get tired of you thinking they're the only market you have. And I think you're right. It's us older girls. I'm 50 this year. It was intimidating. It was intimidating to get on social media, but wow. The things that have happened since I did, I just am amazed. And in our club, we're going to be addressing a lot of marketing, a lot of social media things. We're going to, be addressing campaigns and things. And, something else that I know you're going to do in your network and we're doing in our club is promoting each other. If you're in a club, are automatically going to be able to post on certain days, your business, so that everybody can use you inside the club. And that's a pretty sexy thing, because we need to be using the ones that we're hanging out with. Like we've got, I haven't had a chance to share this with you, but I'm pretty excited about it. Our wedding team is actually going to be, because on Wednesdays, we're going to actually, inside the club, have it where people can brag about what they like about their website, or they dorm if they have some sort of problem with it. So they're actually going to be learning a lot of hands-on things. It's not just going to be talking about it. We're going to be about it. And
Yay.
So I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited about that. But we have some things going on. And, I know that you're going to do the same thing in your group. And I don't mean to keep dividing up our group, because we're really, we're working together.
Yes.
But that's another collaborative thing that is pretty sexy. And that is invitations for a lot of the online conferences. We have 2 weekends left this year, and I think we have maybe 6 weekends left next year that we're not doing something. So, I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of conferences. That's a lot of train ride. I did to push Dr. Cassandra for the train ride. But
I'm looking for the
we have a
Vegas.
lot. Oh, I know. No, we'll be with Miss Connie Myers in Vegas in October with her conference, and then our whole group and your whole group are going to take Vegas by storm in May and
Yes.
go to Leticia's. Yes, yes, and then funny.
We go to Kentucky Derby.
You never know where we're going to end up because it's like we go from one side of the country to the other. But how amazing is it that we get to empower people? You know, I wear the same necklace a lot. I have lots of, sparkly big jewelry, but this is one of my favorite necklaces. And it has everything to do with the story of the starfish. And I always talk about the little boy. And it's a story. I didn't make it up. I just heard it. But little boy is walking down the beach and he's throwing the starfish back into the ocean. And people are making fun of him, saying, you can't save all the starfish. Why are you doing that? And he throws another one back. He said, but I made a difference in that one. He saved that one. Yeah. And I think how you and I are, except influencing all the little throwing the starfish back. We are both influencers of influencers. Yes. And, that's a lot of starfish to be responsible for. So, collabpreneuring, we'll have some different ways to use that word, but I think collabpreneuring is that, we can impact a lot more people by working together. We can
yes.
Well, my boys were little. My mission is I want to be able to empower other people to be able to stay with their children, to be able to raise their in a sexy life, business, all of having to work 100 to have. One of the things that we teach is, how to put things in place and systems and processes and how to look at things differently. Missing everything while your kids are growing up. I made a lot of sacrifice or little, and I made where it didn't let things against me, but I made a way to stay with them, and that's what we're about. Like, Sexy Business is about that, empowering families and empowering people to have sexy. I want to say something that upsets anyone, but the truth is 16 years son was killed, and I look back on that and I think, what if I hadn't made those sacrifices? What kind of regret? And that's what I want for other people. I want to be able to live with no regrets, to live sexy, miss football games or not miss, weddings or whatever it is that's going on in your family, that you can be with them and important things that Sexy Business is about. And that's what to empower people to be able to, to live a life that they didn't even realize they could live, that things are possible that they didn't realize. We're actually, and I think about you a while ago, I immediately thought of you, but we're going to put videos and, it's encourage men to do the things that you don't think you can do because you do. I've been lying. He told me that I so I did that. You know, destiny to, you know, to be able to know that somebody else is facing. And so I think it's really important. You did the Hope to Hope conference with me. You know, you and I sponsored the Hope to Hope conference, and that was, you know, that was a gift to me because I loved being with you, but I also am grateful for the fact that, you know, those videos and people who are discouraged can look and who have come through. I keep using the word things, but you know, we've all been through some yucky, have to stay there. And
Right.
so when I think about those courage, you know, you are a courage God.
Well, you know, Kim, I think we all have a story. It's just that, you know, some of us are not ready to tell the story, or some of us are still in the story. I think that God delivers us for a reason. He doesn't, and I also believe God takes us from glory to glory. And so, if I can encourage anybody out there, whatever it is that took you down, or thought they took you down by your hair, or whatever it is that happened that was so horrible, I believe that God will, whatever was wrong, He will make right tenfold. And so, if I can encourage anybody, if He would do it for me, He would do it for anybody because He loves us that much. I don't believe that God will allow someone to get a stronghold or a foothold over us and then not bring us out. I just don't believe that at all. So, anybody, you know, maybe you didn't have a good year. Maybe you had to close your business down. Maybe you know, your marriage didn't work. Maybe your kids are not speaking to you. I don't know. Whatever it is, I believe if you stand, because the Bible says stand therefore anyhow, but stand and just trust and believe God. And I believe that He'll give you a witty idea, and it'll be just that small idea, that small vision that'll catapult you to greatness, or to having a sexy business or a sexy life. And you'll go, wait a minute, what? When was that? And then it will be a story, not longer your life, even though that story helped create the woman that they see today, a strong woman, a courageous woman, a woman that stepped out on faith. Everybody says, oh, you know, it'll make you strong. Some women say, I should be like Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? I've gone through so much. But I believe it will make us stronger in understanding the voice of God, and make us stronger with, and it gives us courage. I'm not going to say it makes us stronger where we got all these muscles, but I believe it pushes our faith, to make our faith stronger, to say, you know what, that happened, but I'm still going to move forward. Yeah, that didn't look good, or that was so horrible. I can't even imagine this happening to anybody, but I believe that God still has some work to do in me. So I'm one of those people that I'm a daddy's girl. So my objective is to please God. I'm not saying that I do it every day. I'm not saying that I don't do them intentionally, but my efforts and everything that I do, I want to be pleasing. I want Him to say, "Well done, daughter. Here's a slice of cake," and I'm like, "Okay, Daddy." See, that's my day.
You and that cake. I I do agree with you though, and you know, I'll add to that that He says He'll turn all those things for our good. Sometimes we don't see that there can be anything good come out of a bad situation, but you and I both are living proof that we can go through some bad things and it be turned for our good. You know, that we are stronger and we are powerhouse princesses. I just got to say that right out loud.
We are all of that.
We're all of that, at least in our own minds.
Yeah.
Everybody always asks me, well, how did you become a princess? I'm self-proclaimed, and I'm okay with that.
Me too.
And I have a magazine that says I really am a princess. They made me.
That's right.
How much more?
It's in print.
How much more could the world want? Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for coming on today and being with us. And I hope you'll put in the comments when your launch is, because I know your big launch for your network is coming up. I hope put that in the comments for me. Can get on and see. And launches going on today. I'm pretty excited. We're opening a club today. So if anybody wants more information, you can go to www.com/club. We are opening the doors, and man, I'm so excited to have people coming in, and already been bombarded with people asking to be in. So I'm excited about that. But thank you so much, Dr. Cassandra. I love you, and I can't wait to be with you. And we're trying to work out coming to the meeting in September. So we may be flying in from Salt Lake City last minute to get there, but we're trying to get there too. So we love you.
Love you too.
Thank you. If you don't know Dr. Cassandra, you should go follow her on Facebook. She's an amazing woman. She does all kinds of amazing things. She's Genesis Preferred Solutions. She is Run Women's Conference, and she's all things she's got that she is, but she is empowering people all over this world, and I am glad to say that she is sexy and that she is part of the secret sauce that we have, because we have helped each other grow amazing relationships. So if you're watching and you are interested in having those kind of relational currency, that's her and Roz's word, relational currency, where you're, having things to do, I'm telling you, you need to get on and follow her as well. So we love you guys. We'll be back at 10:05 with Miss Connie Myers. And just thank you for coming on and watching, and thank you for being part of the Sexy Business Club launch party. Woo, woo.